Hey everyone, Margarita here. I want to talk in this video real quick about the use of the words "my mother," because every time I try to tell somebody what's going on, or try to report the crimes, or try to just tell anybody in general, they immediately think of their own cookie baking mother. Not the deranged lunatic criminal narcissist with Munchausen by proxy I've been dealing with my entire life, who's been destroying every move I make from behind the scenes, wiping me out constantly, financially, physically, all along the way, causing all these near-death experiences, causing false arrests, other problems. Her intention is to get me locked up long-term, and her intention is to make sure I don't live. And there's reasons for that. I am getting there on why that's the case, because there's a lot more to it. There's a big plot twist. There's a lot more to all this. So there's a giant motive, which I wasn't completely aware of until the end of last year-ish. I was kind of like creeping up on what all this was pertaining to. And again, I have 5 brain injuries, and those brain injuries are what allowed me to piece it all together as well. So over 5 years ago, that's when I brought in Charmaine, the main mental health professional involved today. That's when I brought her in due to the amount of memories I was having, what was all going on, the crimes that were going on in that moment. And they were just ongoing. They'd been continuous for some decades at that point when I brought her in. And my mother was constantly telling on herself heavily at the moment that I brought her in. She just didn't figure out the lady existed for a while and continued to tell on herself. And then she did everything that I said she was going to do. I told Charmaine in advance what she was going to do, and then my mother did all of those things. So, again, just kept telling on herself. So when I use the words "my mother," I don't mean your mother. I don't mean the sweet, loving, cookie baking, caring individual who has your back, who looks out for you and does right by you and means well. No, I mean a deranged lunatic, criminally insane individual who has been poisoning batches of food for decades, who has been committing attempted murders, who's been placing deranged, delusional phone calls from behind the scenes to all these large agencies and police departments, and spinning a whole web of false narrative about me, and getting these people to all believe her from behind the scenes just by telling them she's my mother, just by using those words. And they believe everything she's been saying all along. And by doing that, it creates extreme destruction in my life. These people all operate on these delusional phone calls as if everything she says has been real all along. None of that's ever been real. Those are all delusions. These are serious crimes. These are RICO crimes. So, when I say the words "my mother," I'm not talking about your mother. I'm talking about a deranged narcissist with Munchausen by proxy who's been getting away with many, many, many serious crimes. Now, I've already released a video on the list of crimes as well. And there's more to it than that, more than what I'd said on that list. But people seem to get the word "mother" misconstrued. So when I try to report this to other people, or I'm trying to tell them, this is why I'm dealing with this situation or that situation, and the fallout's ongoing and it never stops because the crimes continue on and the harassment is extreme and it continues on, the problems continue on. So there's no way to ever get it in order. And when I'm trying to explain this to people, they can't comprehend it because I'm using the words "my mother," and they're not comprehending what I've been dealing with my entire life and why each set of circumstances comes about along the way. They're not comprehending that my life is never going to get in order for it to flow until arrests are made. And now at this point, there's so many individuals involved. There's at least 12 individuals that need to be arrested right off the rip. So people can't comprehend what I'm saying, what's actually going on. And it's all based on the words "my mother." And then I try to explain, not your mother, the deranged lunatic I've been dealing with, who continues to get away with all these crimes, just by title. And she's even said it with her own mouth. Oh, everybody believes the mother. Like she sounds deranged just saying it. So, like, this is a really serious issue. Even when I tried to report this to the FBI before, numerous different offices, they laugh. They bust out laughing. At no time is any of this funny. I'm not laughing. My entire life's been destroyed. My physical health has been destroyed. I'm permanently injured and permanently disabled due to the crimes. And then she keeps the problems going and the extreme harassment going while I'm fighting for my life, near death and or suffering all along the way. My condition is chronic. I live sick. And then it still continues on with the chaos and the crimes and the harassment while all of this is going on. And it went on extreme during the 3 years I was near death as well. Very extreme. Nobody is comprehending reality. They are all thinking of their own damn cookie baking mother, not the person I've been dealing with. No one lives in reality about it. Skip over the title. Not your fucking mother. That's what the movies are made of. This bullshit is what the movies are made of. This is where they get that type of shit from. My life. My life is a movie. Eventually, somebody's probably going to make it into a movie. I don't doubt it. Once all the information's out, once the entire case blows, once arrests are made, I'm sure my life is going to be made into a movie at some point. If not, a whole Netflix series, because it's a lot more information and long term than a movie. You're going to need a lot more time than an hour and a half to 2 hours to film and to grasp the concept of what has all gone on and to make the viewer understand it fully. So when I use the words my mother, I'm not talking about some sweet, innocent old lady. I am talking about someone who needs to be apprehended immediately, along with all her little minions and flying monkeys who have helped participate in all these crimes, and all the people who've taken bribes, and all the individuals involved and the agencies involved. I mean, I'm talking this needs FBI and or U.S. Marshals to take everybody down because the amount of agencies and people involved. There's no way around it. Now, I am working several angles currently with different lines of communication with different types of individuals to try to help me. A little bit of this is unconventional, but I just need somebody with more power than them or more fame, something. Because telling the police department, I can't even make a police report. I couldn't even make the police report on the $100,000 in damage to my home. I couldn't even make a police report on the checks that the bitch threw away, who caused all the damage, who then caused my Chapter 13 bankruptcy. I could get my car hit in my own driveway, it could get smashed. I still can't make a police report. I get threatened to be falsely arrested some more. So there's a really serious problem. She's been calling my city's police department since I purchased this home in 2017. And the reason for that is because of what it looks like, the size of the home. It's over 3,000 square feet. Because of what I've built and what I've worked for and what I've provided. Even after before that, she wiped me out 3 solid times before that. And I still bought this house 8 years ago. So it's jealousy and envy, and she can't have anybody knowing where I really made it to in life and who I really am and what I've really been out here doing, because she's been spinning this false narrative about me for so many decades that I'm this broke, loser, drug addict, mental disordered hot mess running around many different states chasing men, that she can't let anybody know the truth. So she's been calling my city's police department since the purchase of this home in 2017. She usually gets somebody at the top tier level of individuals involved, and either she's paying them or bribing them with sex or both, or promises of payment in the future to continue to harass me, all on her delusions. And they continue to operate without looking into any of it. They believe everything she's saying. And she repeatedly calls them. And what she does is she'll create the problem with the individuals around me first, because she doesn't have direct access to me. And she'll access the individuals around me. Then they return to my house acting a fucking fool. And then the police get called. And then they operate like I'm the problem, because she's already made a pre-phone call that there's going to be a problem at my address. And it's all due to what I have, what I've worked for, what I built, who I am, all of it. Everything I still have after all the wipeouts. Now, there's a really serious problem with me trying to report this to everybody. I can't, and when I try to report it, they say, oh, go to the local police. I'm telling you, the local police are fucking involved too. I can prove it. I already have the proof. I've already done the homework. And they still turn me away and laugh. It's not fucking funny. So when this all blows, I'm taking every one of those idiots who fucking laughed at me. You're going down too. Any single person who had the ability to help and did not help, and you participated, you're going down too. Everybody's going down with her. Every single person involved, I promise you that. Because there's legitimately I believe I counted 27 individuals along the way since the time I was 18. There's more than that. There's more. I'm still putting pieces together. I have quite a bit of the bigger picture already. I've already got it all on paper, documented. I got videos, I got recordings, I got this, that, and the other thing. I've got quite a bit of it. I'm still gathering the finishing touches, but I am also working numerous angles and reaching out to numerous people who may be able to help. And hopefully, once they have all the pieces, hopefully they bust it all open because I've already did all the work for them. So that's part of what I've had to deal with. There's no way around it because there's no way for me to pick up the pieces of my life and begin to live any type of normal life. I've never been able to live a normal life. I've never gotten to just build my life, live in peace, and operate and carry out my plans and just go about my day or my week or my month or my year. It's never been allowed to happen. I've been walking on eggshells, living in extreme distress, living in survival mode since I was a small child. This has never stopped. And even when I thought it was about to stop when I purchased my first home, it still continued on with her using large agencies to chase me and harass me from that point to this point, because now it's been over 20 years. It's still going on. She gets off on it and laughs like a deranged lunatic because she's able to still carry all of this out. And she grew it over the course of so many decades that all these people just continue to believe her. No one's realizing she's the one with the fucking problem who needs to be apprehended immediately. So, I will be back with more. I just had to get that shit off my chest. It's fucking irritating. Hopefully it blows soon because I don't have much patience left. I'll be back with more. Thanks. Bye.